Good morning, everyone. Happy Monday. Hope you're all having an awesome day, and I hope you all had a wonderful weekend, a beautiful weekend out there. And I'm sure many of you were at or checking out or heard about the awesome game, the ECU
Football.
game. Yes,
Pirates.
Dowdy
Yes.
Ficklin was quite rowdy there
Yes.
on Saturday. It was
Yep.
a lot of fun. I was able to be there. Saw a lot of people rushing the field, saw a lot of people, you know, with their
Saw
shirts.
a lot of men without their shirts on.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, let's
plenty
put
of
it
those.
straight out.
Oh.
Apparently, half the student
Gotta
body
address
took their
the
shirts
elephant in the
off.
room, yeah.
But yeah, what a wonderful win for the Pirate Nation.
Yeah.
And what a wonderful season. And one of the things I heard the other day on the radio, the new coach, since he's taken over the Pirate football program, no other coach in the state of North Carolina, a college football coach, has a better win-loss record.
Wow.
I didn't research that data.
Yeah.
I heard this on a pretty well-known talk show, and I thought, wow, that's quite a testament.
You know what? I think we did a report last week where somebody had actually asked him during a
Okay.
press conference about it, and I don't even think he knew that he
Okay.
was in that running.
I don't think most people
So
would know that.
amazing, yeah.
Yeah, because it goes back to a half season or whatever last year when he started.
Yeah.
But it's quite an amazing start to your career as a head college football coach, and certainly they're enjoying a great year this year. 2 more games, 2 more away games. That was the last home game of the season.
Right.
So, but I'll talk about the forecast here locally. No more home games to forecast. Boy, the weather was good though. There
was
were
great.
clouds during the game. I think they got out by the
Yes.
end of the game.
Yeah, they were no problem.
Yeah.
We got a little bit of a nice sunset there.
Good.
I got a picture I'll show you later.
Yeah,
But it was really nice out there. And yeah,
Good.
but in the beginning, it did feel like it was getting pretty dark. So it was like 4 p.m. and I felt like it was 6 o'clock, and it just felt like it was getting later and later.
Like, damn that Jim, he blew the forecast. It's going to rain on us. I can hear it now.
No. I wasn't thinking rain. I was just thinking, oh, it looks like it's my bedtime now.
I thought it would be sunnier into the
Yeah.
afternoon, so those clouds got a little thicker than expected. But
Yeah.
but the rain stayed away, yeah. And
Right.
again, it was quite a fun game for the Pirate Nation.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right, well, before we talk about the rest of your forecast for today and this week, we do have a story from over the weekend. The North Carolina State Highway Patrol held a memorial service just in remembrance of all of the victims who lost their lives to traffic accidents in the last year. And these are, they're specifically remembering the young people, so people ages 19 and under who have lost their lives. I believe the number was around 179, 180 over the past year. So they did hold a day of remembrance here in Greenville. I know that there were a few kind of spread out across the state as well, but we did attend the one in Greenville, and we spoke with some people just talking about what just the ceremony itself, and then potential, you know, pieces of legislation that could help, you know, deter accidents and lives being
Sure.
lost in traffic accidents.
Yeah, distracted driving, I think, is a huge
Yep.
one. Is that 179 fatalities statewide in the past year? Is that what that?
I'll
what
have
is
to
that
double
number?
check, but I believe state
Gotcha. Yeah.
in the past year.
Phew, that's a bigger number than I would have expected
Yeah.
just for 20 and under. All right, now I'm going to talk weather again a little bit, though.
Okay, let's take a look.
Yep.
Silence and empty shoes set out by the North Carolina State Highway Patrol Greenville Troop A on Sunday.
With each of these shoes, they represent an individual who lost their life. But what we don't see is all of the people who are attached to them, their parents, their family, their friends.
Several officers and officials gathered in remembrance of the 179 people 19 years old or younger who died in vehicular accidents last year. To honor them,
It makes you step back and think about the parents that you've had to talk to over the years and give those death notifications that there's no child coming home. I mean, right now we sit here and we see empty shoes behind us, but you think about those parents that are having to walk by a room every day knowing that that child's never returning.
and remind the public about being safe on the road.
Why did those 179 teenagers lose their lives? And when you ask that question, you have to look at the key contributing factors in some of those collisions, whether they were speed related, alcohol or drugs impairment, or impairment related, or distracted driving, or not wearing their seatbelts.
Trooper Rico Stevens also said that they try to intervene to make these situations less common by pulling drivers over for speeding and not wearing a seatbelt, but says that education is just as important and preventative.
Yeah, so just like we were just talking about as this story was playing, it really just shows these shoes, just how sad this is. It's really
Visually
telling that
impacting.
this is, yes, very impactful.
Yes. Yeah, I mean, it just really, if you're not getting the point of the story when they pan those shoes, it drives it right home, doesn't it?
Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I wonder, I'd love to see stats, and I hate to go back to this, but in the last 5 years, the cause of the accidents, because it seems to me, the distracted driving seems amazingly huge.
Right.
The problem that is now, and the devices and the texting, and not even just that, but just scrolling stuff when people are
Right.
driving. So it'd be interesting to see that. But yeah, sad story.
Absolutely. It is, yep. All right, well, let's talk about the weather.
Sure.
I know you've got a few things to dive into, so
Yep.
let's get into it.
And I may have my school kids first. Yep. Oakwood School, I want to send out a quick good morning and hello and thank you, and you guys are awesome, and all the other wonderful things I could say about you guys. Had a great time last Friday chatting weather over there. This is one of my annual stops. I've got several schools generally that I go back to every year. Wonderful teachers that keep inviting me back, and they know how much I love this part of my job.
Yeah,
It's the best part of the job. So thank you guys. Hunt, appreciate the invite again. The kids were awesome. We'll see you guys again next year.
What did you say that you guys talked about on air? You were mentioning
Coriolis effect.
I know.
Talked
I
about
was
that.
like, what
Or
are these
vortex.
things?
Yeah, these
Like,
kids are bright.
they're- yeah.
And it's a private school, and the curriculum is geared a little more advanced, and certainly some of the kids are well ahead of their age.
They know their
in
stuff.
their intellect. Yeah,
Wow.
it's
Yeah.
amazing.
That is incredible.
So we had a lot of fun digging into weather stuff, and I enjoy those visits. You guys every year going over there, we have a wonderful time. So thank you. We'll see you again next year. I think Dustin's headed out there. He's going to pick up some of the kindergartners, chatting with them this week. All right, we'll get into the weather forecast, switch gears for you. And again, the first weather day, it started yesterday. We're continuing it today because not severe thunderstorms, no flood risk, no extreme temps. This is for the fire risk. High risk of fires getting out of control and spreading quickly. And this should be obvious. When we're in a drought and the wind starts to gust 30, you should be thinking, I'm not going to burn. Should be automatic. This helps to drive the point home when the Weather Service puts out a statement like this. The breezy winds, the low humidity. We had a little bit of rain recently, but not nearly enough, and the ground is drying out quickly. So yeah, hold off on burning. If you're like me, you've got just a stockpile of leaves in your yard. I've got a lot of work to do and burning to do. I will not be doing it today. I wanted to do it yesterday. I did not. Tomorrow, much better conditions for that. Smokers, those cigarettes, don't toss them out the windows. All right, another way to quickly start a fire when that cigarette hits the side of the road there. Can light things up in a hurry. So be smart, be safe, I like to say. Practice good caution and good smart behaviors. Sunny, breezy, cool, your weather words for the day today. We'll try to get back to 60 after some mid-30s this morning. That wind at about 10 to 20. And we'll see gusts occasionally 25. A high-end gust 30 seems unlikely, but I wouldn't be shocked if somebody saw that on the coast. All right. Satellite radar composite, nope, neither of either. Nice clean slate out there. Without clouds, you're certainly not going to get rain. Radar sweeps will be in rest mode till tomorrow night. I'll do that in a sec. Stray shower there. If you were out at 7 a.m. Sunday morning, walking out this morning, it's 20 plus degrees colder. It's a good reference. Think about yesterday morning if you were out early. What did it feel like? Was it comfortable? Actually, it was pretty nice yesterday morning. This morning, chilly with temperatures in the 30s to 40s. They're coming up quick though. The sun's off the horizon. I had a lot of widespread mid-30s. 40s already showing up on that temp. And again, 50 on the coast. There's a breeze or lack of, and you're looking at it, I don't see any wind. Give it a few hours. They'll come up 10, 15, gusting 20 into the afternoon. Cool and breezy. The beach is a little more wind, a little less inland areas. 60, 61 should do us. I might be a little high with that air temp, but I'll be close. I'll probably be within a couple of degrees, I think, of that 60 later today. There's that wind, again, sustained winds. This is not the wind gust graphic. This is sustained winds. So you can double these numbers or add 10 usually for wind gusts. So gusting 20 this afternoon. And then tomorrow, let me roll that clock. Tomorrow morning, calm. Still showing a little north component to the wind, but watch. Tomorrow afternoon, north wind is gone. We start to ease the winds back around 180 degrees to the south, and that will bring with it warmer air. Not so much tomorrow, but by Wednesday, that well-established southerly breeze, that's going to be our friend, and it will be around all the way through Saturday in all likelihood. There's your big map, the wide map for you. High pressure, our buddy, hanging around the East Coast, drifting eastward. A little snow in upstate New York. Rain in the mid-Mississippi River Valley. Watch everything head eastbound. There's tomorrow morning, mid-30s tomorrow morning. And then into the afternoon, start to kick that cool away a little bit, mid-60s tomorrow. Not quite bringing the warm over us yet tomorrow. Watch Wednesday. And before we bring that warm over us, let's see if we'll see any rain in there. There's late Tuesday night into Wednesday morning. Should have put a pause point in there at midnight. I think while we're sleeping Tuesday night through the morning commute Wednesday, that rain showing up at 9 a.m., all the other data says that rain is gone by then, and there's not much rain anyway. A few showers midnight to sunrise generally. That should cover us. And then watch that warm air stick around. Cold front never gets through. Stalls out up near the state line. That warm stays plastered over us Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. There's Thursday afternoon, looks good. Get you to Friday, looks good. Still plenty warm, still mostly sunny. Rain starts to show up over Tennessee and Kentucky on Friday afternoon. That's what we're going to track for Saturday. And again, I'm not seeing a ton of rain out of it, but maybe a few showers as we get in towards Saturday afternoon. There's the Jacksonville Christmas Parade. I want to give you an early look at this. If you need that early Christmas fix, this is the earliest Christmas parade every year. Down in Jacksonville, right down Western Boulevard, 10 a.m.-ish the start time. I would say get down there maybe 9 a.m., get your spot set up, and dress for 60s, mid to upper. Those are some nice numbers for the Jacksonville Parade, low 70s by the time it wraps up. And again, some clouds, but I think that rain chance Saturday likely comes after the parade. I don't want to put a rain chance for the parade yet until I get more data, but it looks like it'll be after that. There's that 8-day forecast. Looking good. 60 today. First alert weather day for the fire danger we talked about. Tomorrow we inch to the mid-60s. Bring a shower or two in late Tuesday night. Nothing to dent the drought at all there, by the way. By Wednesday morning, any rain chance goes away, and we start to celebrate the warmer air. 72, 74, 78. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Trying to get you an 80 in here Friday. And then Saturday, Gigi, again, that rain chance 30%. I'll probably have a different number on that. By the time we hit midweek, timing may shift. We're doing an overnight deal. So don't lock in too much on anything for Saturday yet. Still hammering out some details there. I will say this. I don't see a lot of rain.
Okay.
The timing may shift around a little bit, but it doesn't look like a big rain event on Saturday. And then we'll knock the highs back down on Sunday behind the front and get the clouds and rain chances out of here altogether.
Okay, all good information to know this week. Well, thank you for the update, Jim, and thank you everyone for joining us this morning. Just want to say hello to Susan from Stumpy Point. Hope you also have a great week and a great morning here. And then George, good morning to you. Enjoy your Monday, but also, like Jim said, please be mindful with the fire danger risk today. Please be careful with parking cars in tall grass. You said throwing cigarette butts out the car window. Please just keep that in mind.
A lot of people don't think about the exhaust system on your car. That can ignite a fire quickly as well. So park smartly.
Right.
Some of that dead, tall grass still hanging around in a lot of spots. Don't drive your car into that. Park it there. Be smart. Be safe.
Yes, absolutely. Well, we'll be back at 8 a.m. for another news and weather update. Hope you can join us then. Have a good one.
This hour of the WITN First Alert Desk is sponsored by Toyota of Goldsboro.